Okay, so finally we have something where Nancy Pelosi is saying she's going to send the articles after having a whole bunch of pressure and just before the Iowa caucus. And Bernie Sanders has to be there. And Bernie Sanders is in the lead. And now what? Because Bernie Sanders has to be there. What? Biden, I guess? It's not Booker anymore. What is this disaster? What? Okay, so there are a lot of layers to this. There are some people that are saying that Nancy Pelosi had planned this whole thing out and that she's playing 4D chess, just like Trump plays 4D chess. Okay. No, it just is a weird circumstance, all right? Just a weird circumstance. I don't think it was planned out. She's just an idiot. She thought she was going to get one thing and she didn't get enough. She got something else. It's just like Schiff in the beginning when he read, you're going to hear Trump say that he wants bribery, and, you know, he made it sound like it was a scene out of some gangster movie. You know? It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's read this. Hopefully they finally get sent and they name their managers and we can get on with this. Okay. Pelosi sets up floor vote as soon as Wednesday to name impeachment managers and send articles to the Senate. We will see. That was what she had said before. When asked if she would send the articles, she said, we'll see. So she says we're going to send them on Wednesday. We'll see. Speaker Nancy Pelosi indicated that the House will vote Wednesday on a resolution to name the impeachment managers for the Senate trial of President Donald Trump and transmit the articles to the chamber, two sources told CNN on Tuesday. We will see. Right, Nancy? We'll see. We'll see. Pelosi told her Democratic colleagues Tuesday morning at a closed-door meeting on Capitol Hill that she won't announce impeachment managers during that meeting, according to a source familiar with the remarks. Of course she's not. Everything's vague. Everything's vague. Everything is so vague about the whole thing. Everything from the beginning. Absolutely everything is vague as heck. Even the charges went from being these specific charges. Here's what we're going to charge him with to... Here, we hope something works. This covers everything, so there's got to be something in there that will stick. Let's throw all the spaghetti on the wall, and let's see if we can get some of it to stick somewhere, somehow. Even after polling which charges would sound the worst, they still couldn't stick to those. They still went with a broader term. Okay. The whole thing is just so vague, everything. Last week, Pelosi told Democrats she planned to discuss plans for sending over the articles of impeachment, which she's held following a vote last month. Good Lord, I think she's almost held on to the impeachment articles longer than the House trial went. The House impeachment. The House does the impeachment, the Senate does the trial. That's important to remember, by the way. Don't forget that. The government is set up to have adversarial systems and checks and balances. The House has full autonomy to impeach. The Senate has full autonomy to have the impeachment trial. And neither one should interfere with the other one. Checks and balances. Checks and balances. They're important. House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer said on Monday night that the House vote to name the impeachment managers could be on Wednesday. We'll see. You'll hear this. We'll charge him with this. This is what you're getting. And we don't get none of it. So could be. We'll see on Wednesday. Could be. Maybe. Could be. We'll see. Could be. adding that the Senate has practical problems if they were to move sooner, since 3 Democrat senators are participating in the presidential debate. Yes, but will they let them be there? Will they totally hamstring Bernie Sanders, who is in the lead and has maintained the lead for a while, or are they actually going to let him take his shot? Trump wants Bernie Sanders in. Trump's campaign is using a tactic to bring attention to Bernie Sanders and bump him up in the polls to keep him up there because they believe they have the best chance against Bernie Sanders. So here you have, it appears, Democrats that don't want Bernie Sanders in and Republicans that do. All because each side thinks that Bernie Sanders can't win. The Democrats don't want him in because they don't think he can win. The Republicans want him in because they don't think he can win, and they think that he's Trump's easiest battle. Welcome to the twilight zone of politics. After a several-week delay to formally, several weeks, man. I think she held on to him longer than the House impeachment did take. After a several-week delay to formally send the articles, Pelosi's move will kick the impeachment fight officially into the Senate's court, where Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is readying a resolution of his own to set out the rules of the trial. I mean, at least it's progress. It's what we got. It's not a perfect system, but it's what we got. But when people throw a cog in a system that isn't perfect, it just makes it all go to the hell in the handbasket. We should have just stuck with rules and made some consistency. And then found out what didn't work, and then the next time we say, okay, this didn't work, we change this rule to try to make it better, and that's how we get a better system. But you don't just take the system and upend it and turn it on its head and say, well, now we're going to do things completely different. No. You stick with the system and you improve the system. That's the only way you get the system better. And you're never going to have such a thing as a perfect system. Nobody has the perfect system. It doesn't exist. It never will. Human nature. You know? McConnell would not provide Pelosi with the planned rules for the trial as she had requested before she sent over the articles, saying that the House would not dictate how the Senate is run. And they shouldn't. They shouldn't. The Senate can't dictate how the House is run, and the House shouldn't dictate how the Senate is run. Checks and balances. That's why the House has the power to impeach. The Senate has the power to trial. That's the two separate. So that way you're not all muddled into one thing. If both agree, then most likely the president would be guilty. But if both disagree, then they cannot convict. It's like a jury of your peers almost. Checks and balances. Checks and balances. All the power is not supposed to be in one spot. It's split, and it's done that way on purpose for your protection. Your protection. That's why there's 3 parts of the government. All right. Let's see here. Where went? Oh, yeah. McConnell would not, as she requested before she sent over the articles, saying that the House would not dictate how the Senate is run. On Monday, McConnell said Pelosi's strange gambit has achieved absolutely nothing. Well, it's achieved a lot of questions, a lot of contradictions, a lot of people claiming, well, but the charges are uncontested against Trump. And then other people saying, and rightly so, but the charges are nothing but contested, which is why we're at this point, because they are contested. The people who said that the charges aren't being contested, I couldn't believe what they were saying. But Democrats argue Pelosi's decision to withhold the impeachment articles for nearly a month helped push the conversation about whether the Senate trial should include, well, it slightly increased the idea of witnesses. I mean, I for one, am weird, okay? I'm middle ground. I like a little bit of this and a little bit of that and something in the middle. I believe there should be witnesses, and I want to hear testimony at the Senate trial. Most likely there won't be. I understand that. But I'd like to voice my opinion and say, I do want witnesses. I feel like we didn't get any information, like we didn't get any truth in the House procedure. We didn't get anything. We didn't get anything. And then Pelosi fired back, obviously. He's wrong. We'll see. He's wrong. We'll see. He's wrong. We'll see. Well, Wednesday, the articles will be sent. Maybe. Possibly. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Politics today. Politics today. And this is why the Democrats are on the decline. Because they're losing the middle ground. Because they're looking weird. I'm not conservative. I'm not Republican. But good Lord, even when I hear myself talk against some of the talking points of Democrats, I feel almost like I am a conservative or a Republican. And I'm not. I'm like central, moderate, middle ground, like a little bit of everything. But when I see stupidity, it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? Anyways, those are my opinions. That's what I got for you on this one. Comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what you think, because your opinion matters too. Lives have died for you to get to this point to give your opinion. But I will see you guys on the next one.